This is EA Sports FC 25. We're here on Xbox Series S. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is the latest entry in the long-running football/soccer simulation. Of course, depending on where you live out there in the world. And this time around, it once again continues with the EA Sports FC branding, obviously having moved away from FIFA a number of years ago due to, I guess you would say, a little bit of greed from FIFA trying to, take a lot, but that's a whole different thing. We're here to focus on the game and talk about what it has to offer gameplay-wise and what has changed for this particular year for the Series S version of the game. So they did do a graphical overhaul of the experience, similar to what we saw with the other sports games. So if you were someone that has played, I guess you would say, college football or Madden, you're going to be kind of familiar with the fact that they have, touch things up. On the Series S, things are a little easier going, so they don't really upgrade things to the degree that they do on, the higher-end console platforms for this generation. So again, it's 1080p, 60 FPS. It's fine in terms of what the Series S is and what you should expect out of the Series S. A little jaggedy around the edges and whatnot, but for someone that's just literally playing FIFA every year, it's going to look like it normally does. Visually, it's okay, it gets the job done, and the frame rate, everything like that's fine. It's a solid-looking game. It does seem like it's interesting though too, because there may be some kind of graphical sort of locked bug for Series S that I wasn't entirely sure of what was going on there. Because typically, when you have a game that's on Series X, Series S, you'll see that the graphic options disappear. But for whatever reason, if you do go into the actual settings of the game, and you go to the game settings and you go all the way over to graphics mode, it actually does mention both of the graphics modes, but it's locked, mine to enhanced visuals. I was kind of reading that some others maybe have some different lock settings there, so I don't know if that's just kind of the game having those options internally and then kind of just ignoring them because we're on the Series S, because usually it would just vanish if you were on, one game would have these options on Series X, and then the option would just not be there if you were playing the Series S version. That's typically how it goes. So it is interesting that in this situation, that toggle is kind of there, but it doesn't work at all. So it seems like we're just kind of getting the basic kind of option and offering from what I can see. There's HDR support. You can play it locally for up to 4 players, as usual. Online co-op for 2. Online multiplayer up to 22 for competing and playing against others, which is cool. So yeah, pretty straightforward gameplay-wise. You do your local stuff, you do your online, you do FIFA however you want to, right? It's very much the typical sort of thing. This year around, very similar to the previous year. There's been some improvements here or there, but it's kind of about the same, I would say personally. But the big change up for how the behavior of the AI and whatnot is quite interesting. It's FCIQ. The idea here is they have overhauled the tactical foundations for how players move cohesively as a unit up and down the field, based on actual player actual stats, actual player progressional movement on the field. They've used that in order to coordinate essentially which players move in certain ways and how they move in a sort of net formation down the field, which should lead to much more realistic formations, attitudes, and foundations of play within the game, which I think is kind of a neat upgrade and something that's, I don't know, always appreciated when they add more realism for behaviors of players. Career, you can play it manager or player careers. You can rewrite past stories of icons, so iconic players and stuff. There's regular real-world events and storylines based on actual things that are going on and have gone on. Women's side of like career is now included and actually fully formatted and trying to actually capture the full scope of that aspect of the, I guess you would say, football soccer experience. So that's an improvement there. Then we have clubs with like a virtual sort of avatar-based interaction kind of experience, which is neat, I guess. I don't know, it's something to connect with others. When it comes to FIFA Ultimate, which is the FIFA card-based thing, so you gotta have your card-based mode. Every sports game's gotta have that nowadays. That's just how it works. You gotta have a card-based mode, and obviously FIFA's is very, very well known. The big change here is the Rush mode, so it's a 5v5 new mode, and it essentially replaces Volta, which was like kind of a street football type kind of gameplay experience. I'm assuming Volta wasn't quite doing it for them, and they wanted to try something new, which is Rush. And yeah, the idea is just like smaller, tighter, faster versions of the sport, which makes, to me, quite a lot of sense to have something like that, but it is interesting that Volta specifically was, like, given the axe in replace of this. But I guess you don't technically need two of these modes, and if Volta wasn't a heavy hitter with people, it's pretty easy to get rid of that, right? At least I think so. Ooh. Glad I didn't get a call over that, because that looked like it could have been a bad tackle, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's kind of FIFA Ultimate Team. Oh wow, that was really bad. That was all bad. That was so bad. Tournament mode, so you do tournaments, but that's not really different. Your usual, like I had kind of mentioned, kickoff, your play now stuff, exhibitions, which are kind of what I do. You go in, you play matches, whether that's like online against others, against the AI, locally with others. Very much your typical expected experiences for that particular mode, right? That's the same as usual. The seasons, because, every game, seasonal content, seasonal things going on, and different seasonal subcategory and options too. And then training modes, so you can train, but yeah, it's pretty much your typical full FIFA experience. I don't know, I might be almost underselling some of the improvements and stuff, but just kind of looking at it from a perspective of like, it's been a little bit, let's see what's new, what's different. And it's like, I definitely appreciate a little bit more, I guess you would say, on the Series X side of things, as opposed to Series S, where they have actually like added some more advanced graphical capabilities is more interesting. So yeah, I don't know, Series S, it's fine, gets the job done, plays the game well. I'm not sure what else you would really expect out of FIFA for a given year for the platform and whatnot. It's pretty much on brand quality-wise, pretty much on brand, experience-wise. So yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It gets the job done. I think it's pretty enjoyable. It's kind of the same experience as we had the previous year. I mean, they've kind of fine-tuned, adjusted some things here or there. And your experience, I don't know, maybe it wasn't that close to hit the side of the net, but I was like, oh, that angle kind of made it look a little bit better. I don't know, there's a lot to enjoy with this experience is what I'm trying to get across. It's fun, it's engaging, it's the same game you're kind of used to most years. They have tightened some things, they have cleaned some things. I think a lot of the usual players are probably going to be back enjoying this one. Newcomers, I don't know if you've missed a couple of years, you might want to jump in. It's got all the different modes that you kind of expect, fine-tuned little improvements here or there across things, whether you're like crafting your journey or your story as a player, or playing with like, I think it's like 19,000 players or something like that across the globe. And yeah, there's a lot to enjoy. I almost thought I threw myself out of the way on that one, but I think it gets the job done. Doesn't look too bad on the big screen. Holds up a little bit better than other games too that have lower resolutions. It's FIFA, like it normally is. It's about what I expect from the Series S. I'm happy with its availability and style. And here, I guess you would say, is some non-commentary gameplay to enjoy it and see a little bit more of it in action.
Impressive. And as soon as he's through 1v1 with the goalkeeper, he just goes for power and smashes it in the net. It's a quality finish.
So the lead now 4-0 as the game restarts. It's sloppy in possession. Oh, they've lost it. The attack is over. Gets passed really nicely. And it's hit the bar. And it hasn't come to anything. Disappointing. Ryan Gravenberg.
If there's John Scott in the stadium, can you please make yourself known to the
Good work from Arsenal to win back possession. Firm in the tackle, it'll be a throw. Well, a few protestations, but nothing doing. Play continues. This has to be. It gets better and better. An absolutely rampant display. There's no stopping them in this kind of mood.
Well, here we can see it again. You do have to feel for the keeper. He's left completely exposed at the back, and he never really had much of a chance. It's poor defending, you have to say.
Liverpool come away with it. And unable to retain possession. And the defence has done its job to stop any trouble brewing. Found nicely and in. Could be now. Oh, it's in. Oh, yes, what a way to silence this crowd.
Well, take a look at this. The pace they show on transition, it's just so impressive. The defenders can't stay with them. And then 2v1, the keeper has no chance. But they still have to stay focused and finish it off, which they did with ease.
Martin Odegaard. Sloppy in possession from Arsenal. And he's beaten his man here. The crowd encouraging him to take it on. And the goalkeeper does what he's there to do. And it's all over with the Arsenal fans able to celebrate the win and the 3 points.
Well, that was a dominant performance. They just couldn't live with him from an attacking perspective. Created lots of opportunities and some good finishes too.
Kick-off is nearing, and there is increasing excitement inside the stadium. Who has the ingredients necessary for victory? What will be the other storylines out there on the pitch? We're on the cusp of finding out. Next on EA TV. And hello from the King Abdullah Sports City here in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. I'm Derek Ray, in position to bring you live match commentary. And my expert analyst, as always on these occasions, is Stuart Robson. And every reason to believe we're in for an entertaining match here. Stuart, what are you expecting?
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
No, not the best challenge. Well, in fairness, he's managed to redeem himself. Well, going for power from there, but not worrying the goalkeeper in the slightest. This is the lineup for the visitors today.
Well, in this 4-5-1 shape, it will be interesting to see how close the wide midfield players get to their main striker. Will they stay wide or play through the inside right and inside left positions? We'll have to wait to see how it develops.
Committed challenge. And teammates around him. He's in with a chance. That's a routine take. Ivan Toney. Excellent vision. Good work from Frankfurt to win back possession. Hugo Ekitike. Must take the lead here. And still looking to get the shot away. And it was a great chance for 1-0.
Well, that should have been the opener, shouldn't it? What a chance that was.
Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Kessié. An attack full of promise. Can he do it to take the lead? Oh, commanding goalkeeping. He takes aim. Thwarting him. Can't get the shot through. I'm trying to build a head of steam. Another corner it'll be. And Götze delivering. It's not a particularly good corner there.
Well, it's been all Frankfurt in the last 15 minutes, as you can see, and created a hatful of chances. But when you're enjoying that amount of possession, you need to make it count.
Kessié. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Now, maybe room here for the counter-attack. Well, it was a good counter-attack in the making, but very alert defending. And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence. Mahrez. Majrashi. Now with Mahrez. Well, possibilities inside the box. Oh, chance perhaps. And effectively parried away by the keeper. Deserves credit for winning the ball back. There will be 1 minute added on at the end. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. So back underway here into the second half. keeps going.
Can he put